And could I have staff back at the end of the table, please? Sorry, we have some more questions and some more issues that we want to go through. So, and in part, what we want to address, and we don't want to get on to my motion yet, so I'll come back to that in a minute. I just wanted to perhaps do a bit of a run over. I mean, obviously a number of us have been discussing about what we can and can't do with respect to the annual plan, and we have a number of amendments that councillors have forwarded, and I think that certainly when I had a good look through them, there are some questions around some of them, so I want to go through all of the amendments this afternoon to make sure that we've got all of the information that we need in order to make good decisions when we get to that tomorrow. So, and perhaps I just wanted to reflect a little again on the reason that we're in the position that we're in and how we've got to where we've got to. So this is year 2 of a 3-year plan, and although this is called an annual plan, in fact, it's just an amendment to the middle year of the 3-year plan. That's really what we're doing here today. So our capacity is somewhat constrained because we're not starting with a blank sheet. We're starting with the 3-year plan that, as I said earlier, was basically developed under the pressure of time as against the pressure of time that matched the cost share agreement. And so the cost share agreement was supposed to be ready in April. It wasn't ready till June. It was signed in June. And this 3-year plan was also signed off in June to strike the rate for the 1st of July. So, you know, I know that I'm, you know, speaking to the converted here when I explain the situation that we're in, but I think it is really important that people understand the process that we're going through. At the beginning of this year, every single one of the councillors was committed to retaining the level of increase of the rates at the level that was set in the annual plan, in the 3-year plan. That was the commitment that we made. That was what we were seeking to achieve. And that was 6.5% on average increase across the city. So, and when we did that, we had certainly pushed back on a number of proposals, but we actually hadn't allowed a number of proposals to come through into the draft annual plan because they weren't necessary to stay within the 6.5. And I know that myself very strongly and others around the table would have pushed for more changes to go into the draft annual plan if we had known that we would reach our capacity and our capacity would be exceeded because of a storm that nobody could have predicted. And at the end of the day, I think that's one of the inheritances and something that we will get away from in the future, is absolutely the need for this council to set aside sufficient resources to weather any storm. And I choose those words absolutely deliberately. We have got to be better prepared. We do need to be much more resilient, both financially and economically and socially as a city. So I think it's fundamental that we get this right. That being the case, we've also really found ourselves stretched to the nth degree because of the impact of the loss of accreditation and the dysfunction of our building consent authority. And that is being addressed, and it is costing a lot of money, but it is appropriate that we continue down that path. So we went out to the public with a draft annual plan that would have promoted more savings if those savings had been necessary to stay within that 6.5%. The trouble that we face now is that we can't make changes to those proposals without where they would affect people without going out in public and consulting. And that's appropriate. If you're going to make changes to your 3-year plan, you really do need to consult with those that are affected. So we're looking internally within the organisation, we're looking at some of our own budgets to look at whether we can somehow reduce that figure, and we will continue to do that overnight. And any small amount of difference will make a difference, and I think people will see that we are attempting to deal with this responsibly. But I do want to re-emphasise the fact that this is the transition year. This is the step from where we were with the previous 3-year plan to the long-term plan, and that will be our responsibility as a council. And I'm not walking away from responsibility that we've inherited, but it is inherited. It's the legacy of the arrangements that were entered into last time, and we can commit as a new council to writing a long-term plan that will make a difference to the city and build that resilience into the financial framework that this city absolutely needs. So on that note, I want to go through each of the proposed amendments, so if they could be brought up, and I'll just invite each councillor just to raise, just in a quick couple of minutes, the point that was wanting to be raised in the amendments, and then I want them, and then we can have a quick discussion about where they might sit, as in whether they would be accepted as an amendment tomorrow, or whether they will be deferred to another process. So are they in the same order? Yeah, from the start.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so Councillor Jones, First Amendment, swimming pool and community centre in Edgware.
Thank you. The transitional facility in Edgware at the moment has been very useful, but it is transitional, and I think that in itself suggests that it's time to move on and get something more permanent. The pool was unceremoniously destroyed in the darkness of dawn in 2006, as some of you may recall. Closed at the end of the 2006 season. It was one of the most used, most popular and community-run outdoor pools in the city. So Edgware needs its pool back. They needed it back before the quakes, and they need it back even more now. Ironically, there's a huge amount of water in St Albans. We'd quite like it in a pool with a community centre around it, so that we can actually help people deal with some of the stresses, as we've seen in the recent All Right survey has shown that people are letting their health and well-being go because of the stresses, and this part of Shirley Papanui has been hit pretty hard a number of times in recent years. So I think this is an extremely important thing, but I do feel it's probably better placed within the long-term plan process, so I'm suggesting that we do that.
Yeah, no, I think that's appropriate for that. Thank you. Councillor Chen.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah. This is related to the temporary walk-in service centre in Hornby area. As you are aware, the long-term plan and the 3-year plan has been secured for $30 million for building the new service centre with library in Hornby area to replace the shutdown the Suburban Service Centre due to the earthquake 2011 February. But regarding to new Hornby Service Centre, the site investigation has been taken for 20 months since September 2012. So up to now has yet to present to the Rigdon Wigwam Community Board and the Council. Original schedule will be complete in 2017. So right now behind the schedule very serious. So the Wigwam the Resident Association and the Templeton Resident Association plus 4 individual ratepayers have made submission during the draft annual plan on behalf of the wider Hornby area. The ratepayer in wider Hornby area, including the Hornby, High, Broomfield, East Linton, Templeton, Suburban, Delamine, Wigwam Sky, etc., tolerate the no service centre, walk-in service centre for 3.5 years. But regarding to the schedule, probably will be complete in 2019 to 2020. So they will tolerate for another 5 to 6 years. So resolve to this problem, probably to upgrade the current, the temporary service center is the best way. As you are aware, current service center located in the Hornby radio shop, but no walk-in the service center. So no staff in there cannot answer all the repair questions, and also no basic function like a dog registration, etc. So how to strengthen, I think that's most important, and also that's the wider Hornby area, the repair and the community the needs. So I just raised this issue.
So with that one, I'm going to propose that I refer it to the Chief Executive to work with you and Councillor Buck to find a solution for the interim period. I don't think it is required to be an amendment to the annual plan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank you.
I think you're the next one as well.
Yes, yeah.
Feasibility study for the Southwest Sports and Recreation Aquatic Centre.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, because you are aware, based on the Southwest area plan, the Southwest area plan, actually, Southwest area is the most faster growth area. And also after earthquake, the population growth in that area beyond the estimation of the pre-earthquake. In 2009 to 2019, the long-term plan has been secure. The Southwest Area Sports and Recreation Aquatic Center in 2014 to 17 for 3 years and $22 million. However, last year, the last term council, the staff presented to the council table, they got the information. Their information was back to the end of 2011. It mentioned the growth of the Southwest the area is behind the original expectation for 7 years. So last year, 3-year plan, they deferred those budget $2 million in 2017. The other $20 million deferred to 2020 to 2022 million. So this time the Templeton Resident Association, Richton Wigwam Community Board, and the Wigwam Resident Association, they particular, to express concern and make submission in the draft the annual plan. So I would like to raise this issue, whether the council can take the feasibility study for the Southwest Sports Recreation Aquatic Center facility in this area to meet the people's urgent needs. Thank you.
With that one, I'm just thinking that that might be a better one to defer at this stage, not deal with in the annual plan, but to have the question of a feasibility study come forward to the council. I mean, it doesn't, because it's not in the annual plan, doesn't mean that we don't have the opportunity to review that request. Is that acceptable? Yep. So the next one is the Aotea route upgrade.
Yeah. Aotea route upgrade are the original budget and in the annual plan, for the $699,000, the already in there. However, the staff, the defer this 2014 to 15 to the 2015 to the 2016. But this was submitted by the Richton Wigwam Community Board and also the Hostware Resident Association. They strongly against to defer the 1 year. They would like to remain in 2014 to 2015.
Can I interrupt and ask a question? What impact on rates would that Aotea route upgrade have?
Rates, perhaps somewhere around 15,000 rate impact as a
$15,000.
Yes, transferring the capex into an equivalent operational expense that would impact on rates somewhere around that frame.
Okay, so I'll accept that one as an amendment, and we will debate that tomorrow.
Okay, so you mean bring forward?
I'll
Yeah,
accept
bring
it as an
forward to the
amendment.
Yes.
So you move the amendment tomorrow.
Okay, thank
Okay?
you.
And
Thank
you
you.
can debate it tomorrow.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you, Chair.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Yeah.
The next one is flood protection, Kirk Road. Again, Councillor Chen, who's been very busy writing.
Yeah, because
amendments.
why the community, resident association engaged with me regarding to their concern. This the issue actually happened for many years in the Templeton area. But Templeton Resident Association and also Richton Wigan Community Board, they engage with the staff, they lodge in the council CSR system for many years. However, up to now, no any progress. So this is why this time the Richton Wigan Community Board and the Templeton Resident Association, they raised this issue again, because at the moment looks like citywide have a kind of the flood mitigation. This the issue. They would like to, go with them together to fix this problem.
So that one I would propose that we refer to the Chief Executive to refer to the Land Drainage Recovery
Yes.
Program.
Okay.
So, and you'll report back to us. Yep, thank you. And Councillor Chen, your last one is seeking facilities for youth in Hallsville.
Yes, okay. Last one is regarding to the Hallsville, the wider community. They would like to seek in a kind of facility for youth in the Hallsville area, because the Hallsville community, they consider and concern, based on the southwest area plan. Hallsville is the most faster growth population area, and the new subdivision spreading over in everywhere, cause the demographic a significant change, especially quite a few teenagers with the youth, come to move to this area with their parents. So Hallsville Resident Association, they have made a submission, probably back to the 2007. Up to now, has been 7 years, but never have fulfilled, never response from the council. So this time they highlighted this issue again. But the staff, the response, the particular comment of facility for youth are being considered as part of facilities problem in the area. But the Hallsville Resident Association, their response, they brought this issue to council attention in 2007, at which point they were told that council was considering facility for youth in Hallsville. They have seen no progress since 2007, so wonder how much longer the considering will be taken. So they're the particular concern. So they told me, they emailed to me and also the read me. So I would like to, on their behalf, to raise this issue to the council annual plan meeting.